What's up, y'all, and welcome to this video where I kind of want to say a few things about a couple of loaders that I've accumulated over the years. First one here is the UpLuLa. This is actually my second one, and I've been using these for quite a few years. Great loader, works with a wide variety of mags. Obviously very popular. You know, there's very few, you know, avid handgun owners that don't use this. From my experience, everybody that I know that has you know, a collection of handguns at home uses the UpLuLa. The next one here is one I got with my Springfield XDM 9mm, and it's the speed loader that came in the case with it. I didn't use it at first just because I just really didn't feel the need to, because I was already using the UpLuLa, and then I decided to actually start using it and see how it was. You know, maybe I was missing out on a great loader and didn't even know it. You know, so I started using it, and well, let's let the video be the testament. So I've got some rounds here. Just gonna dump this out real quick, and let's grab a mag. This is a magazine to the Springfield XDM, so let's use it. First of all, we use the one that came with the case. So the magazine fits in just like that. There's a little plastic tongue there that will depress the spring down, just like that. And you can grab around and place it into the mag. It'll just kind of sit there because, again, this plastic tongue is inside there, so it won't seat fully into the magazine. So you lift up the loader and then push it back down. The problem that I have with the XDM loader is that you get a couple of rounds in here and it'll start to tip the bullets up. You see that because it's pushing on the back of the round, and it'll tip the thing up. Well, now that guy is kind of sitting in the way of the next round that's going to be coming in. So you kind of got to push it aside and to get that one into the magazine, and then redo it. And you know, not a great system. You get a couple of rounds in there, you get some pressure on the spring, and this loader, while sufficient, is definitely easier than, you know, loading the magazine strictly by hand, but is not going to give you, you know, super fast loading, especially when compared to the UpLuLa, which is, you know, you can pretty much load rounds as quickly as you can grab them and stick them in the mag. So, you know, my opinion there, the UpLuLa is a much better loader. Let's try it on a couple other magazines. Now, of course, some of you are going to start bellyaching here that, yeah, you're using the Springfield XDM loader on a magazine that it wasn't designed for. And you know what? If there's one thing I can't stand, it's unitaskers. It's something that does only one thing and one thing only. You know, so let's try it out here. You know, my experience here, very similar to loading the XDM mag. After, you know, a couple of rounds in the mag, it's going to start tipping up these rounds, and this one is actually even more difficult to load than the Smith & Wesson was, or excuse me, the Springfield mag was. And again, see, it tips up the bullets there, and actually gets stuck, as you see there. So again, the UpLuLa don't give a shit. UpLuLa gobble up any mag. It's all good game there. So the next one here is my Beretta. This is a Beretta 92. Fits and everything, but again, you know, it's not going to work real great. I actually think it works better than it does on the Smith & Wesson, definitely. And I think it even works slightly better than the Springfield. And I think one of the reasons why is because this is a 15-round mag, so the spring is not quite as tight in this one as it is in the other mags. The Springfield being a 19-round mag, the Smith & Wesson being a 17-round mag. And I think that little bit lighter spring tension on the mag itself actually helps the Beretta to be the magazine that loads the easiest with the XDM. Again, heck, loads even easier with the UpLuLa. Again, just as fast as you can put them in there. So you know, in my opinion, it's a nice little loader. It's very simple. It's a nice little thing to get if maybe, you know, the XDM is your first gun you ever got and you don't have a loader. It'll make your life a little bit easier, but in my opinion, it certainly isn't anything I would go out and actually buy on its own. I don't know if it is available on its own, but certainly isn't anything I would spend money on. It's nice that they chuck it in there. It certainly isn't for free. I mean, you're paying for all the little accessories you get with the XDM. But you know, in my opinion, kind of a, you know, sad attempt at a loader. The UpLuLa, definitely the speed loader of choice.